I think awareness has certainly increased that, you know, the biological clock is in existence, and you know, whereas before, if a woman did not have a partner, she sat around and hoped to hopefully find one. I think right now the difference is that women are taking this matter into their own decision process.
So tell us, how does she go about getting the sperm for her?
Well, basically, in cases of a single female, you know, the first thing we do is go through her gynecological history. Is there any reason why she might have infertility for another reason? But in that case, it may well be a simple case of no, she hasn't been trying. In which case, then it's as simple as just simply using donor sperm, and that sperm is shipped. We don't have a catalogue, no. In the Caribbean, we're obviously too small to have a sperm bank.
Why?
But simply because otherwise you would overpopulate. There's enough of that sometimes.
Yes.
But basically what it is that they would go on to, you know, they would purchase sperm from a commercial sperm bank. The most common ones that people choose from would be in California. Fairfax Cryobank, Californian Cryobank, but there's loads of sperm banks throughout the world. And you know, the information that you get as you go onto these websites is quite informative, and it's a huge number of choices. Most of the time, the sperm donors are college students that are actually, you know, agree to be a sperm donor. A lot of information available to the woman who's actually embarking on this, to, you know, obviously the ethnic background, the height, the colour, the physical features, to the educational area that man is studying in, to perhaps hobbies, and you get quite a lot of information on their own personal life and family history, actually.
So you can have a designer baby?
Well, I think designer babies were this phrase that were used back in the 1980s.
No, she's looking for Gandhi baby.
Well, no, she mentioned it. I might be able to get Gandhi, but maybe the Dalai Lama might be interested.
Listen, so, you can go and say what a blue-eyed baby who plays hockey.
Well, I mean, you can choose your sperm donor. Whether you're going to have a baby with blue eyes is entirely up to the mix of the genes.
Right.
You know, one of the concerns that I had earlier was that if it is, for example, that I got impregnated by Mr. X's sperm, and then she got impregnated with Mr. X's sperm, and later on in life, my daughter meets her son.
Correct, that is a concern, and that's one of the reasons that sperm banks actually are quite well regulated. So a sperm donor is not a sperm donor for all of his life. A sperm donor signs up to be a sperm donor, and usually they will donate over the course of 6 months. Now that sperm is quarantined. So that sperm is not released to the public until he's cleared infective screening 6 months later. But it's been frozen in the meantime, it's then released. But the sperm bank works with the clinic so that when you become pregnant from IUI with donor sperm, we notify them, because that then goes in as a family unit. And depending on the country that they're in, they limit the number of family units. And generally the rule of thumb in the US, for example, would be 25 family units. And after 25 pregnancies have been achieved, they will shut down that donor, that donor is no longer offered.
So one man is having 25
children.
Correct, but remember that we're talking about in the US with, you know, millions and millions and millions of people, so the probability of them meeting would be highly unlikely. And likewise, they have so many donors that the probability of the two of you going onto the same website and actually choosing the same donor is reasonably unlikely. It's not impossible.